Hello everybody, thanks for tuning in to this spotlight. I have an incredibly special guest today, Anne-Marie Dupuis. Thank you so much for doing the spotlight today.
Oh, thanks for having me.
It's such an honor to sit in front of you and dig into your personal history. I've been looking at your work and I kept telling Christina that I was excited, really excited for this interview.
Okay.
And I was excited because I see such a life in your work. Like sometimes there's good illustration and it looks great, but it doesn't have the flow of energy or life in between the lines.
Yeah.
And yours really has that.
Well, that's awesome.
I can't wait to ask questions about your style and your process.
Yeah. Shoot.
So yeah, we'll go back to the very beginning and before your beginning.
Oh, geez.
If you think about, what was your first experience seeing a tattoo?
You know what? I don't remember when it was, but I was fairly, I don't know if it's young, but I know since I was like maybe 13, I was like, I'm going to tattoo in life. That's what I'm going to do. I was already like selling little drawings or trying to hustle in like school, like to sell little like horoscope drawings. And I was like designing tattoos for friends like way before I even got like a tattoo and like drawing on people. And
so you're 13 years old when you started doing that.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
I love that.
I remember I got my first piercing, an eyebrow piercing, and I told the guy at the shop that did my piercing, it's like this huge biker dude, very intimidating, like ZZ Top looking kind of thing, and I'm like this little shrimp coming in, and I'm like, I'm gonna be a tattoo artist when I'm older, and he was like so nice, and he was like, well, you come back to see me when you're 18 and we'll figure that out.
Okay.
And I didn't came back, like he had anyway, he was not able to do that anymore, but it was so that was always there.
Okay.
It's the only thing that always been there in my life since it started.
And that comes as no surprise to me, like seeing your work and and the trajectory that you're on in your career. It comes as no surprise that this was starting to amp up early on in your life.
Yeah.
But 13 is really early.
Yeah. I don't even know where I've seen a tattoo. Like, there's no one in my family that has some. There's not a lot of tattooed people where I live. Like, and especially back then, it's like not that.
Where did you live?
The South Shore of Montreal.
Okay.
So yeah, like suburbs, boring suburbs kind of thing. So
sure, yeah.
Nothing really. Yeah, I have no idea where I got that out. I just thought it was cool, and I just was drawing already so much that it just seemed like it was like the only option kind of thing. Yeah.
So it sounds like it was already in your preloaded in your consciousness.
I'd say so.
Oh, this one's going to be a tattoo artist.
Yeah, it's been sprinkled on me at birth, kind of thing. Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
we got a tattooer coming through here.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And so, at what point did you get your first tattoo?
I was 14.
Okay.
So a little bit later on, after that first piercing, I got a tribal lower back classic thing. Yeah, so it started there. And that was my first.
Who did the tattoo for you?
It was this shop in Longueuil. Oh my God, how was it called? Tatouage Rive Sud. Yeah, like South Shore tattooing. It was like it was like the biker kind of like classic, not so great shop, but like everyone on the South Shore knew that shop kind of thing. Like it's where you go for a walk-in or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't really know anything about tattooing. Like, I didn't know where you're supposed to go, what you're, you know, it was my first. It's like just kind of going blindfolded kind of thing.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
And then after you get the tattoo, what was going through your mind? Did you just want to pile more onto you?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
New addiction.
I knew it from the start. It was just like, I'm going to try to get covered as quickly, which is bad, but like as quickly and as much as I can. I got so much garbage done, but yeah, now I'm slowly covering up with better stuff.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, so you've had it in your mind all along, but when was sort of the first opportunity to maybe get into tattooing, or the potential of getting in? How'd that play out?
I think I never really got in until like maybe 10 years ago or something like that, let's say.
Okay.
I was like I was tattooing, but I don't think I was in, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. I really wanted to tattoo. I asked like people. Well, first I got a machine. It's a funny story, a bit embarrassing, but when
a lot of people start that way.
Yeah. So I was 16, and I was like, I told my mom, because I knew she put a bit of nothing crazy, but a bit of money aside for me to go to school if I wanted to.
Okay.
So it was like 16, ring my mom up, and like I'm like, I don't think I want to go to school. I want to be a tattoo artist. Would you? Because I was so broke. I left home super early. Mm-hmm. I had no work, like, you know, like 16 years old, like trying to find, like, you don't make, I had no money. Like, I was poor to a next level. So buying a tattoo machine or ink or anything was completely out of question, like to do it by myself. Mm-hmm. So I asked my mom, Mom, would you actually take that money and buy me my first machine so I can do that, you know? And she was like, are you sure? And I'm like, yes. And she was like, okay. So it's cute.
Yeah, and would that be out of character for your mom to go along with that idea, or was she was like, or did you not have to sell her on it too hard?
I think my mom is from a generation that's been told what to do. Like, she went to school, and at one point her parents was like, you have to do what you have to finish this and stick to it, like whatever what it is. So she got kind of caught in a job she didn't like that much for 25 years or something like that. So I think she just wanted to give me the chance to not do that kind of thing, which is really nice. Like, I'm super grateful for it. I don't think a lot of parents, like, she has no tattoo. She doesn't want to have any, like, every time she's seen me with a new one, she was just like,
oh man, Anne-Marie, what are you doing?
Don't show me anymore. Like the whole parent thing. But I think she sees that I really cared, and it was important for me, or at least that I really wanted to try that. Yeah. So so I got and actually the guy that sold me my machine is a really good tattooer in North Shore, Montreal, Eric de l'Étoile. Okay. Eric, I don't know, he do black and gray, kind of a bit like Paul Booth kind of stuff. He's a really good artist, and he was nice enough to sell me his old machine. I don't even remember, I didn't even know what was the brand or anything. But
Eric de l'Étoile?
De l'Étoile, like the star.
Okay.
Which is it's a good last name.
Okay. Oh, cool.
Yeah, super nice guy. He sold me my first kind of stuff, and
did he set you up with a bit of ink and ink caps?
I can't remember. I might have just gather everything. It was so difficult to get supplies, because that's so I'm 38 now, so that would have been 22 years ago. So it's ink was not there was no suppliers like that. You couldn't buy stuff from Amazon really, so I can't really remember how I put everything together, but I managed. Mm-hmm. And
the tattoo gods just sort of floated it in for you.
No, I don't think so. I would just get out of my way. I'm gonna find a way. I was extremely stubborn, very I could not take no for an answer at all, because I started to ask for apprenticeship around. Yeah. I asked that shop, and I think the women that owned the shop kind of felt bad for me because I was very, like, my mom was on the side, but I was very poor, and for a bit I was homeless for a bit, and so I think she just felt bad and took me for an interview just so she could buy me food, I think.
Okay.
So yeah, very humble beginnings. Yeah. It's a bit, I mean, I don't know if it's embarrassing, it's just what it is.
It is what it is,
yeah,
right? And that's, it's really interesting. It's an interesting story of how you've sort of pushed your way in, but you were meant
I'm
to.
sure some people have some better
No, I wouldn't say better.
Yeah, just, I don't know. No. Yeah, it was obstination for sure that got me like years and years of fighting for it, for sure.
That's good. Yeah,
for sure.
That's awesome. I love hearing stories of that where you've struggled and toiled your way into.
Apart from the mom part, that was not. That was obviously a big push.
That was still part of it. You had the seller on that.
Yeah. I guess so. Yeah. She knew, I think.
So when you got your equipment, you're 16. How did the first couple jobs go? Like, what was going through your head? Were you excited?
I had the drip, the side drip, you know. Oh man, sweating. So much. I was a punk, so all my friends were punks and wanted to have free tattoos. So I was not necessarily tattooing all the time, but I was like, I had people that wanted to get tattooed. So. Okay. But I finally got a job in a shop around 19, maybe.
Okay.
I must have been 19. And because I was freshly moved in Montreal. Yeah, 19. So that was an interesting experience, to say the least.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
what was
say,
the shop name?
It doesn't exist anymore. Okay. It was a biker shop. It was like called Gate for Gate. Gaetan is like it's a French name.
Okay.
And Tiger, because that was the name of the other owner.
Yeah. And
there was Tiger and a lot. It was like cheesy biker, poor cat quality shop. But you gotta start somewhere.
It's a shop, right?
It's a shop.
Yeah.
So I started there.
And then, so how did that go when they took you on initially? It had to have been exciting, regardless of.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It was, right?
Yeah, for sure.
This is like a forward movement.
Yeah, it was for sure. I started scrubbing tubes, and I was drawing for my boss, like the manager, that was like the main tattooer there, and. We were friends. Everyone was friends. I didn't really notice how things were bad until you look back, kind of thing. And there's like a lot of inappropriate behavior, like like that kind of stuff. He was like the kind of guy that had like multiple apprentice. They were all women, underage kind of thing, and no one was really learning stuff. I don't know if you see the type, but it was kind of, I don't necessarily want to go down that, but it was really like that, and there was a lot of stuff like that. So I lasted probably like a year and a half, I think.
That's a good amount of time for that scenario.
A year and a half, something like that. And then I was like, I think I'm going to do a better job just organizing by myself. So I had like a private scratcher stuff, like proper scratcher stuff. I had like a full-on disclosure. I had like a studio that I built like in my apartment, and like I kind of did that and started to do that full time and charging barely anything too. I probably did that for like 10 years. Yeah, because that was my own.
Nearly 21 when you opened up your own little private studio?
Yeah, something like that, yeah. So, yeah.
And where was your, like, if you look back to that period, where was your artwork? Was your style starting to come forward, or were you just trying to get the basics figured out?
I don't know, like, because I feel like style is a weird, it's a difficult thing to define. Like, I think when you start to have a style, it's never you that notice that you have style. It's always someone being like, oh yeah, you have a style. Like, I can recognize your drawing from far, but like for me it's just drawing, you know. So I probably did. It was very different than now. Like, I really liked Paul Booth at the time.
Okay.
I was very punk, you know.
Yeah.
I wanted to do black and gray, morbid stuff.
Yeah.
Very different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm not sure. I was. The thing is, I think what makes it maybe where I am and what like it's or influenced me a lot during that time is because I didn't have an apprenticeship really, because I didn't really have an apprenticeship at that studio. I really didn't. Like, I can't really even remember one thing. Like, it was like throwing me clients with stuff that it was way too difficult for me and just being like, well, just work harder, you will have it better kind of thing. And like,
yeah.
Like, what? And so I had, my skills at tattooing were actually like very poor. Like, I couldn't do like good lines or even like the concept of saturation. I didn't even realize it was a thing you're supposed to do. Like, I thought you just brush it a bit, it looks red, it's good.
Yeah.
So I had, my tattoos were pretty weak. Maybe not that bad. Like, looking back, it was like very, one was good, one was really bad, one was okay, one, you know, it was like inconsistent kind of thing.
Sure, yeah.
So I really compensated with drawing. I was like, well, if I don't tattoo good, at least I can do like a bang-on design.
That's
so
right.
I've kind of put all my effort on learn, because you can learn to draw by yourself way more than tattooing, I think. There's less like technical skills. It's more like like you can, there's books, you know, about like perspectives or like drawing anatomy or stuff like that.
Yeah.
And there's not really about tattooing, so I kind of really put my effort on that, I think, if that makes sense.
Yep.
So yeah.
And so you stuck doing that for 10 years, but by the end of the 10 years you had to have been starting to figure things out.
Yeah.
Because that's a good amount of time.
Yeah.
To be working in that.
Yeah, there's like a lot of missing bits. Like, I think my tattoos were still quite inconsistent and like not super saturated, or like it was really on and off. Like, some were starting to be really good, I think. Like, this one was halfway through. Like, it's not bad, you know?
Yep.
But yeah, like, there's definitely some missing bits. And when I started tattooing with other people, it's really like I kind of like make this huge jump.
Sure, yeah.
And like, I really, yeah, it was day and night in like 6 months. Or like, already it was like so much better.
And so what was the first shop that you ended up getting a job with?
So I ended up going traveling for years, and I tattooed in shops in Australia.
Okay.
Which was technically the first like shops where I kind of, and I guess I would work a bit in Quebec City. I just started to do guest spots, so like little like hits everywhere. So I didn't really started working, like the first shop I worked in was a guest spot kind of thing.
Okay.
So I started to do that, and I got a lot out of it. And then, sorry, it's like a boring, and then, but yeah. So when I came back from that,
and that
trip,
was in Australia.
Yeah, I did a little bit in Quebec City, just on my way out, and yeah, I just started to travel in Australia. I went in working in Taiwan. It was fun. I didn't tattoo a lot, but it was cool.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of like taking a setback, I think, from tattooing for like that year, because I was just like a kind of a free spirit on the road or whatever.
Sure.
So
you're probably learning just as much, if not more,
yeah,
by being out on the road and
I
then
think so.
dropping into these shops. And each time you went in, you'd be picking up little things. You're just looking around.
It's huge. Like,
right?
From one word that someone would say, like,
Yeah.
it makes you rethink like everything, how you did it. Like, it's crazy how much it's like right away. But I think like even just a setting back, because I was working at home, but I was working 12 hours a day, Like I remember before leaving, I think I did 12 hours a day, 10 days in a row. Like I was so burnt out.
Yeah.
And like I think the setback of just not drawing is really useful. Like it's weird to say, but I think these break time is when it's just so beneficial, I think.
Yeah.
And I really started to see it when I stopped pushing and I started to like follow the waves. It sounds weird, but the waves of creativity a little bit more, you know, let it kind of happen and try to tap in that instead of being like hard to myself, like go, go, go. You just like, if you draw like 12 hours a day, you're gonna draw better. Like, I don't think it works for me kind of thing.
Well, Steve Moore and I were talking about his process in creativity, and I actually I taught a workshop in Bahamas at an ashram about creativity.
Yeah, cool.
And it's really about that.
It's waves,
about
right?
Surrender and letting it flow through you.
Yeah.
Versus you trying to force and control.
Yeah.
Because creativity,
I totally agree.
It's like it has its own intelligence.
It does.
And we have to learn that intelligence and how creativity wants to use us as a vehicle.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
It's a neat way to frame it, right?
Yeah, I feel sometimes like it's important to push like, okay, I'm going to sit on my drawing table like and just start drawing for 10 minutes, you know, or something like that. Like,
yeah.
But like that kind of like toxic voice that is like, come on, I feel it's like really ingrained in the tattoo culture, to be honest. Like that kind of like work harder, push harder, and all that stuff. It makes things mechanical. Like your drawing will be a chore. Like you see it, it's like
and I think
it lacks the love, you know.
That's the aliveness that I'm speaking about your work. You can see there's your ability to tap into that creative flow is there.
Yeah.
It's not, you didn't grind that image into the page.
Yeah, and like yeah.
That's again, that's where that aliveness I think comes from, is
thanks for noticing it.
Your ability to connect to that creativity.
Yeah. So. And like I think like that thing, it's happening when you leave space for it to happen. Yeah. So book less people, have less of a tight schedule. Just like having space to like redo drawings, experiment, and that kind of stuff. So it's like, yeah, I'm really against that idea of like more hours make better, like practice make perfection.
But
I'm like, no.
Here's a different way of saying that. Practice makes permanent, not perfect.
Yeah, I said, practice make the same.
Yeah.
And if you make something kind of like not great, like mechanical, it's instead of inspired right away, and you keep on repeating that, you're just reinforcing that path in your brain. So you're just redoing the same thing. And I'm sad sometimes I see amazing artists that you see they got stuck in that. They have too much work. And I understand it, like it's a job too. Like if you have a house to pay, children and everything, you can't always leave space to be inspired. You have to get stuff done, pay your bills. But I see it sometimes in people's work that I don't like using the word stagnant because I feel there's a connotation to it that is kind of, but you can see they got stuck in that loop. I have to get shit done. It's, you know, and like they lost that kind of ability to be creative, I guess. Like, and I mean, sometimes you just have to. It is what it is. But it is sad sometimes. Like I feel it's a shame, you know. Or even like I see it firsthand. People that are like they want to get better, so they just like force themselves to like redo the same thing, and you know, and it lost like the spark they had at first by just having fun drawing. Like and I mean, that happens to me sometimes too. Like, but I try to be mindful about it for sure.
But this is where the balance of you went out and maybe it felt like you're digressing, but I've looked at personal growth a lot, and sometimes our growth encompasses more backwards movement and sideways movement.
It does. It
And that-
totally does.
In that time of going side, what we think is just spinning our wheels, doing nothing, or
You're
going
preparing
backward,
for something else.
it's preparing you to shoot forward.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not a linear, like,
yeah.
we're slowly going like this. Like, that's
Yeah.
not how
Growth
life.
is kind of like backwards, sideways, a little bit forward, back, and then maybe a
Yeah,
jump forward.
it's just all over the place.
It's a crazy,
Yeah.
crazy little mess, right?
It is. It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you get back from touring overseas. You started out in Quebec, and then you went over to Europe, Australia.
I didn't go to Europe.
Okay.
So I did like, it wasn't too, like, it's not that long. I probably was away for like 2 years or something like that.
That's long enough.
Yeah, it was so fun. I had such
Yeah.
a good time. Yeah, that was cool. And I did other things instead of just tattooing too, which was really nice. Just, yeah, stepping away. I came back like when I do that, like, I take a break. I don't draw, let's say, for like not a long time, but like, or I literally didn't tattoo for like 6 months, but I come back like all the energy's been condensed, and I'm like, weirdly enough, way better than when I left,
Like
you know?
a flying queen gypsy.
Yes, it's so weird.
You
It's
did your
so
wings and your
cool.
crown.
Yeah, and I'm just like fucking doing it. It's awesome.
Sure, yeah.
But when I was in Australia, I was starting to be tired because I feel it's a bit rough on your nervous system, I guess, to like constantly like. I found it really like you uproot yourself all the time.
Yeah, because you're
Like-
constantly putting yourself into change.
Yeah, and
without anything stabilizing.
yeah, and I think it just weared me down a bit, and like I found it really difficult to leave friends all the time. You make really, really tight friends, and I have to leave, and I might never see you again, which is kind of life. But if it's constantly that, you feel like a floating bowl, like a bit of being grounded is. I realize is quite important.
Yeah.
I was a bit in my own spiritual way of. I got into Buddhism and like the Zen and everything, and like just
Sure, yeah.
floating around. But
Those are all the little pieces that you gather, right? And along your way, like you go off into these little tangents. Oh, maybe
Yeah.
I'll look into Buddhism, or maybe I'm
Yeah.
just gonna
yeah,
serve food at a restaurant. But it's all
Yeah.
whatever you're doing. It's all like kind of adding into that experience.
I think it really did. That was really influential 2 years for me, like big time. And yeah, I think I growed so much out of it for
Yeah.
sure. And yeah, like I got a job when I was in Australia. I think in all the shop that I applied to before I left, I applied to Imago.
Okay.
And staff was really nice to me, and like all the shop when I applied were like, oh, you draw really good, but there's something missing in your tattooing, and like
Yeah.
I don't think it's big, but I don't have the time to help you out on it. And Saf said the same thing, and he posted that they were looking for someone, and I was like, do you want and like he was like, so he hired me, so I came back to Montreal for working
Yeah.
at Imago, and like that's like the actual real first shop that I worked at.
Oh, cool.
And that was like
that's a big deal.
yeah,
The sap wand.
yeah. He really helped me out. Like yeah. He gave me a coil machine right away, and I started to use coils again for line, and that was like day and night.
Yeah.
And just being surrounded by a bunch of really good artists that really helped.